Yo, what's happening, sports people? Check it out. Look who's back. It's your boy. Um, I know it's been a while, since I did my last video about the college football playoff, and I kind of wanted to jump in here today because, as we all know, next week the conference championships are about to be played, and although we're gonna have a top four college football ranking come out this week, it's gonna drastically change by next week. I guarantee you, because some of these conference championship games, some of these teams are going to cancel each other out. So let me go ahead and break down who I'm going to put in my top four for the playoff, and we'll go from there. At number one, I'm gonna leave Georgia at number one. When I wrote this down, I had Alabama at two, Cincy three, and I'm gonna drop my number four team in here in a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch this up. My top three. Like I said, I'm leaving Georgia at one. I'm going to put Cincy at two and Alabama at three because, Cincy, although they didn't blow out their opponent, they got by and won. It took Alabama 4 overtimes to put away Auburn the other day, and I'm sure we all saw that. So just on that alone, I'm going to leave Alabama, I'm going to leave Alabama at number three. My number four team, I'm sure we all saw the upset, the Ohio State-Michigan game, and Michigan, finally broke through and, got the win over Ohio State, and I'm pretty sure they saved Jim Harbaugh's job for another season. But, you know what? I don't know about the rest of you guys, but at number four, I don't trust Michigan.
How dare you?
They beat Ohio State, and Ohio State was the number two team in the country, but you know how I feel about Ohio State. Putting Ohio State at number two may or may not have been, the best positioning for them. But seeing as how Michigan did handle their business and, convincingly won against Ohio State, to me, that's not enough to put them in the top four, because I don't think against Georgia, Alabama, or even Cincinnati that, I don't think Michigan will, I don't think they'll win the big one against either three of those teams. Now, let's get back into this countdown. My number 14, since I'm not putting Michigan there, I'm going to put Notre Dame there.
This is all wrong.
And I know that shocks everybody, because every year it comes around, well, what did Notre Dame do? Well, Notre Dame, let me tell you something. Their only loss this year was to Cincinnati. So, with that, with that being said, and I know there's been a lot of chatter about Oklahoma State and, how they beat Oklahoma yesterday. But just like Michigan, I don't trust, Oklahoma State in the playoff either. So my number four team is going to be, Notre Dame in this case. Now, we all know next week that the big game that everybody's going to be watching is going to be the SEC championship, because we're going to have Georgia and Alabama. And that's why I left, Alabama at number three, because one of these two teams are going to cancel the other one out. You're still, I don't know if the Alabama 2-loss or the Georgia 2-loss, after the championship game, the 2-loss team with the conference championship is going to always get in, and especially when it comes to the SEC. So whoever wins that SEC championship game, they're going to cancel out the other one. So, like I said in the beginning, the top four is going to look a whole lot different after this weekend, because, Georgia or Alabama may not even be there. So, we'll see how that happens. Now, before I wrap this video up today, folks, I kind of wanted to do a little Heisman speculation, because, there's been a lot of talk about, who's going to win the Heisman. And, right now it's kind of, am I the only person that notices it seems to be a lot of freshmen up for the Heisman? And, and knowing the history of the Heisman, not too many freshmen have won it. But, seeing as how all the good quarterbacks and the good, skilled position players from last year, they're in the NFL now. I'll tell you what, if Alabama beats Georgia, you got to hand. I mean, the Heisman committee should just go down to Georgia next week and hand the Heisman Trophy to Bryce Young, because if they beat Georgia, and with that performance, yesterday in the Iron Bowl, fourth quarter, 146 on the clock, and this kid drove them 97 yards down the field to get the game tying touchdown. I mean, I tell you what, I was, you want to say a Heisman moment? That was that Heisman moment. That was, Bryce Young's Heisman moment yesterday at 147, 146 in the fourth quarter. So, provided they beat Georgia next week, or if he has a good game next week against Georgia, I don't even think it's necessary they win. But if he has a good game, don't turn the ball over and all that. I'm gonna call a Heisman for Bryce Young this season. So, hey, check this out, folks. That's all I got for today. Like I said, this is just my little speculation video. I wanted to put it out there because we know Tuesday, Wednesday, I think they're gonna do the college football ranking show is gonna come out. So I just wanted to put this out there, ahead of the rankings just to see, how right or how wrong I might be. So let me remind you of my top four. Once again, I'm going to have Georgia at number 1, Cincinnati at number 2, Alabama 3, Notre Dame 4. Hey guys, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.